Hello guys, welcome to Outta City Cop. I'm very deflated at the minute. I know I've got a smile on my face. I've literally just recorded this video and the battery went dead on my camera, so I've had to start the whole thing again. It's annoying. But yeah, we'll get into it quick because I want to get this done. I want to do a few videos today. So basically, going by the thumbnail, Liverpool may be able to recuperate 100 million back with their fringe players this transfer window, which has opened to the Premier League today, guys, from, today, the 12th or the 13th, yes. I think it's today, until the 8th of August. So Liverpool now can start stepping into the transfer market. James Pearce did an article today about these fringe players on the Echo, I think it was, that I read. And there's about 12 players on there. Sorry if I'm looking over there, I'm looking at the list of players that James Pearce has put up. I'll go through them with you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on them, if you think they should stay, if you think they should all go. There's a couple that I want to keep that we'll go through now. The first one, Nathaniel Clyne. Obviously he's at loan at Bournemouth. He had a long period out for Liverpool. I think it was about a year out, I think, around that, with a bad back. I forget, did he break his back or do something on that level? He did come back just before going on loan to Bournemouth. He played a game against Man United. Did a solid performance to say he'd been off for so long. As soon as we released him, loaned him out to Bournemouth, Trent Alexander-Arnold got injured. I think Gomez was injured at the time or whatever. And we really need him, and a lot of the fans was going, Jurgen, what the hell, what's Liverpool done here? Loaning out of right back where we are quite short at the right back position. I would keep him. He's one of the players out of this list that I would keep. I forget his age, coming up to late 20s. He's a solid right back, guys. He might not give you the same attacking options as Trent Alexander-Arnold's. Gomez doesn't give you that much attacking options neither, but Gomez is probably in front of him in terms of the attacking options in that position than Clyne. But if you want a right back, a solid defender, you cannot go wrong with Nathaniel Clyne. He's obviously English as well, which allows you to keep bringing in more foreign players in because your English levels in the team are up, all that malarkey. It's been touted on here what James Pearce is saying, potential West Ham £15 million. For 15 million, I'd keep him. I would keep him for 15 million quid. I think he can do a job. If he's happy to be a rotational player, I think we can't do it. You know, he could potentially drop in at left back as well. You know, he gives you a few options, and I think he's a solid right back. I definitely think he's in the top 10, maybe top 5 right backs in the Premier League. So yeah, for that sort of money, I would keep it. Let me know your thoughts on all these, what I'm going to go through, guys. Second one, Mignolet. Obviously, we got history with Simon. Started off first game for Liverpool against Stoke or Sunderland, was it? And he saved that penalty in the last minute to win us the game. I thought, wicked. That's what you need as a goalkeeper. Someone to just give you a big boost of confidence. There's his. But then we find out he can't kick a ball, catch a ball, command his area. All he's really good at is shot stopping. Which, to be fair to a goalkeeper, that's predominantly their job, is to keep the ball out the net. But he just doesn't fill you with confidence. He doesn't fit Liverpool's philosophy in terms of how we play and how we use the goalkeeper as like an extra centre-back and ball player. So for that, I'm not really bothered about. I'm not bothered about keeping him. Let him go. I think he could still play in a top European club, maybe Europa League rather than Champions League, or he'd probably get in the top. Most of the teams in the Premier League, barring the top 6, I would have thought. You know, so, but to be fair to Simon, just before I move on to the next player, Simon Mignolet has, to his credit, has been very professional this season. He's had, 2 appearances this season? You haven't really heard him whinging, saying this, that and the other, trying to create disturbances within the club, which a lot of players do, and we do see that very regularly. Coutinho, sorry, horrible cough at the minute. And so for that, I commend him, and I wish him all the luck. I don't hate the person, I just don't think he's the right fit for Liverpool, and it's been mooted around 12 to 15 million for him. Cash in, take the money and carry on. Obviously, I think we'd have to bring in another goalkeeper. I don't know what our academy goalkeepers are like, or the under 21 goalkeepers. I've not really seen much of them. I don't know if one of them can step up. Obviously, Karras is on loan for 2 years to Besiktas, I think it is. But I think they're trying to cut that loan deal short because he's not been that great. But never mind, eh? Right, anyway, so let me know your thoughts on him. Next player, Marko Grujic. Obviously, we bought him, it's been a fair few years, 3 or 4 years ago now? He was like 19, 20 years of age when we brought him in. If you guys haven't seen the first goal he scored for Liverpool in the pre-season against, no, what was it? I don't think it was the first, but it was a hell of a goal against Barcelona at Wembley. If you haven't checked it, I'll try and put a link in the description of that goal. But wow, I thought, here we go. He's done it. You know, he's a defensive midfielder, perking up with goals. He was powerful, tall, hell of a shot as well. But it just didn't really materialise. He had a few loan spells. I can remember one at Cardiff he didn't do so great at. He's at Hertha Berlin at the minute, who I do believe are very interested in making that loan deal permanent. Liverpool, to be fair, are wanting 20 plus million. If we can get that sort of money for Marko Grujic, as much as he's still only like 23 years of age and he's still got potential to progress and he could do things, I think Liverpool have surpassed him now. Obviously we're bringing in Fabinho, Henderson moving his position, Wijnaldum being able to drop into the 6, Keita coming in, Ox coming back. We're jam-packed in midfield, so I don't really see him getting much game time. It's a shame because I thought he had bags of potential, but if we're going to get that sort of money, then let him go, guys. Wish him all the luck. 20 plus million, let's go and buy some more players with that money. Right, bearing in mind, yeah, I'm not bothered about keeping him. Next player, right, this is a player that I want to keep, Harry Wilson. I don't think his name should be put up there to say that we're going to get rid of him this season. He's still very young. He's just had a phenomenal season with Derby. If you didn't see the game last night against Leeds, where they won 4-2 to get into the playoffs finals, to get promoted into the Premier League, he scored a penalty. I was quite shocked for him to step up and be the penalty kick taker with being so young. But yeah, what a player he has been for Derby, guys. As well, he scored a hell of a free kick against a scum Man United. So for that, we don't get rid of him. For me, I can't see him replacing Salah and Mane, like taking them out of the club and making them bench players. I can see him being on the bench and being a very good impact player, a very good cup run player. Early stages of Champions Leagues, if we've got, you know, easy games, if any game is easy. But just his season alone, I really think that we should hold on to this player. I do think he's got something very special. He's a hell of a set piece taker. His free kicks are phenomenal. Bags of pace, tricky. He's got an eye for goal, guys, and he's still very young. So Harry Wilson, I would like to get, if we don't give him more game time within the Liverpool first team next year, definitely loan him to a Premier League club. Get him that Premier League experience and see if we can do it at the top level. The Championship, to be fair, people slag it off and say, oh, it's this, that and the other. It's a very, very hard league. It's so up and down. So if he's been a standout player there, which he has, I think he won like Young Player of the Year, I think. He's definitely got something about him. So hopefully, I think we should keep him. If we can't get him to game time, loan him out to a Premier League team. If Derby get promoted, maybe say, look, have him for another year. Let's see if he progresses well, and see if we can actually utilise his abilities. So for me, I'd like to keep Harry Wilson. Let me know what you guys think. Next one, Rafa Camacho. Obviously, I think he had his first league start. Well, not league start. He was in the FA Cup against Wolves, where we lost. Rafa Camacho played at right back. It came out in the press, he wasn't happy on Instagram saying, oh, I'm not a right back, I'm a winger, this, that and the other, I want to score goals, I'm not happy playing at right back. With the age that he's at, for him to start whinging about getting game time for Liverpool Football Club's first team, you should be happy to play in any position within that club. The club is such an amazing historical place, you know, it should be a privilege and it should be an honour to play for that team. So for that, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Look at Trent Alexander-Arnold, for instance. For the under-21s, he was playing as a central midfielder. Now look at him at right back. He's arguably one of the best right backs in the world. Look at his assists this season. 12 or 13 assists this season. Is he whinging? No. He's sticking with it. He's saying, this is my club. This is who I want to play for. If I get my chance in midfield, I'm going to take it. But if this is where my chance lies at the minute, at right back, then I'm going to utilise that and take that opportunity and chance as well, which he has done. And look, future captain for Trent Alexander-Arnold, very may well be. But Rafa Camacho, you can go, my friend. If you're starting bitching and whinging now at such a young age, don't want you. So Rafa Camacho, you can go. Right, that's been talked around 10 million for Camacho as well. So if we get 10 million, definitely bite their hands off for that player. Next player, Ryan Kent. This is another one, right? I was thinking, do we want to keep him? Shall we get rid of him? Do we want to keep him? Shall we get? This is a tricky one for me. He's had a very good season at Rangers under obviously Jurgen Klopp and in the Scottish Premier League. which isn't that much of a competitive league. What, there's probably like 2 teams. There's Celtic or Rangers are the 2 teams that actually finished first or second in that division. So the competition isn't that high. So will that level of performance that he's giving for Rangers in that league be able to come down into the Premier League and still give that ability? I don't think so. I'm not too bothered about if we get rid of Ryan Kent, to be honest. I do think he's got great potential. I do think he's a great person. He has, you know, he could be brilliant. He really could be brilliant. But do I see it for Liverpool? Do I see him as a Liverpool player? I don't, unfortunately. So it's been touted that Steven Gerrard's quite interested in making his deal permanent. If we can help another Liverpool legend out with a player, I think we should. And Ryan Kent, I wouldn't be too bothered if he left, to be honest. Let me know your thoughts. I think it's around 10 to 15 million again for that player. So that brings us on to the next player, right, guys, which I've been dreading to say because I can't pronounce his name. Here we go. Taewoo Yoo. I don't know how to say his name. Schalke meant to be very interested in him for around 10 million. Let him have him. Fair enough. Let him go. Don't really know much about him. He could be really good. Can you shed some light on this player? Please do in the comments, guys, because again, I don't really know if he's that great. But for 10 million for a youngster, who is he going to get into the team? Nah, I don't know. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Right, these two. Rasie Joe is another one. Obviously, Rasie Joe's been at the club for some time now. He's had loan stints at Fulham. Currently out at France in the France League. I can't remember what team he's at. River Summit. I don't know. I can't remember. He's been at loan a few times. The only times I've actually seen him play live in front of my eyes is pre-season. Looks powerful. Looks tricky, but doesn't really have any end product. I think he's had his fair crack at the whip, to be honest. He's been at the club a long time. He's getting on, 22, 23. I can see him moving on this summer. Am I that disheartened about him moving on? No, not really. Again, he was another person that had loads of potential but couldn't live up to his potential. Wish him all the best if he does leave. But yeah, he's another player that I'm not too fussed if he stays or goes, to be honest. Let me know your thoughts. And I don't know the price tag for him. I think it's between like 8 and 12 million or something for Rasie Joe. So if we can get that sort of money, then cash in. Right, last player now, guys. Outta. Right, people came up with him with a big hype. Was it last season when he had a few cameos in the Liverpool squad? I don't like him. I don't think he's that great. I think he's very tall, gangly. He's like tall. His body and his physique doesn't allow him to play how he wants to play, that skillful, tricky, nimble player. He's got a good little pass and through ball on him, yeah. Again, he had stints at Rangers, didn't do that much. Stints at Reading, didn't do that much. And if you can't really show it at that level, then it's not at any level that Liverpool need you to be at. So yeah, this is probably the easiest one out of this list for me to say to leave is Outta. I don't rate him that, honestly. I'm not saying he's a horrible player. I mean, he's definitely a lot better at football than me, without a doubt. But for where this club's at, yeah, I don't really rate him. So again, I think the money was again between 8 and 12 million. If we can get that sort of money, I think we've robbed someone personally, because I don't rate him. But let me know your thoughts on him as well, guys. Let me know your thoughts on all these players that I've just gone through. If you think we should get rid of them, who we should keep and whatnot. So guys, let us know what your thoughts on them players that I've just spoken about. Out of that list, there's 2 players, Nathaniel Clyne and Harry Wilson. For me personally, is who I'd keep. I think they're worth keeping around the club. Let me know your thoughts on the players. If you agree with the pricing, if you agree with James Pearce, then we'll be able to conjure up 100 million for them sort of players. Interesting to find out your views and opinions on that, guys. Like normal, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I did find out from the last video you meant to hit the bell notification, so make sure to smash that. Also, link in the description for the social media outlets, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure to give us a follow on that if you want to interact with me one-on-one. Send us a message over there, guys. Right, I'll be doing a few videos today. Check them out, and I'll see you guys later.